How are you doing? Welcome to the weekly woodworking wrap-up review episode number 37. I'm your host David Picciuto, and this is a show where we highlight active woodworkers in the community and talk about the latest woodworking news and events. Today we're going to talk about the most recent and interesting woodworking videos, my trip to woodworking in America, and much more, so grab a drink and stick around. Alright, so today's drink is Old Smoky Tennessee Moonshine, and this is the watermelon flavored moonshine. I met Sterling Davis at Woodworking in America this past weekend, and this was his gift to me. Now, if you're not familiar with Sterling's channel, his link is down below. He makes some excellent videos, and turns out he's a super nice guy and gave me this moonshine. So let's give this a taste and see how it is. Ooh, that's good. It's real dangerous because it's so good and it's sweet. You could tell you could drink way too much of this very quick. So thank you so much, Sterling. It was great meeting you and your son. Super nice people. So I'm sure we will get to see each other again next year. So, if you haven't heard, Woodworking in America happened this past weekend. This was in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. I learned lots of cool stuff in the classes, got to meet all kinds of cool people, and got to see some cool new tools. One of my favorite things about Woodworking in America is the social event that it is, and just hanging out with a bunch of other woodworkers. And this year, I got to meet a lot of people that I really respect, and that list is huge. I finally got to meet Bob from I Like to Make Stuff, and such a cool guy. I knew we were going to hit it off. I love Bob's stuff. I'm sure you guys do too. I met Steve Ramsey from Woodworking for Mere Mortals. Oh man, Steve was so super nice, and I just loved his willingness to give information and tips and just being very open. People were just drilling him with questions all weekend. Hung out at the Mimo meetup that he put together on Saturday night. Just a super cool guy. Extremely friendly and very approachable. Also got to meet Izzy Swan. What an awesome smart dude. Jack Holling, who was also very open and gave me some nice YouTubing tips, and he gave me this little square. He has a video of it. You can check out his channel on these little squares. Laney Shaughnessy from Simple Design of Ocala, also super cool dude. He ended up buying me lunch. Thanks, dude. Super cool guy. I gotta stop saying super cool guy because this whole list is just a bunch of super cool guys. Steve Carmichael, so friendly. He brought some of his items that he has made in his videos, and it was really cool to see the sandwich that he made a while back. Brian from Garage Woodworks, hung out with him quite a bit. Super cool guy. Matt from Matt's Basement Workshop, Will Rapan, Chris Wong, and my hotel roommates Tom from Tom's Workbench, and my buddy Sean Wisniewski, who drove with me the 8.5 hours from Toledo to Winston-Salem. And there's so many more. I could just go on and on with this list. It was just such an awesome time. My favorite part of the whole thing is just hanging out and meeting people, talking with a lot of the people that I respect, talking with a lot of people that I show on the show. It was amazing, and I cannot wait until next year. I posted a little overview video of day one. If you didn't go, you can kind of see what happens during the classes and what's on the showroom floor and stuff, so you want to check that out. So if you remember last week, I showed Steve French's video on how to make this, what's he call it, the Wiffle Cube, and this is so cool. And he brought this to me to the show and gave this to me. That was very nice. We got to have a beer together. Super cool dude. All these people are just super awesome, so it was so fun. So I cannot wait until next year. I will stop talking about woodworking in America now. Alright, so you guys ready to dive into some videos? Man, there were some good videos this week. First one we're going to talk about, the Highland Woodworker episode number 14. I should mention that I would also like to thank Highland Woodworking for their generosity this weekend. It's a family-owned business, and man, what an amazing family. Back to the video, the Highland Woodworker episode number 14. I've highlighted this show before because it is my favorite online woodworking show. It's so good. It's like a magazine style show. It's TV quality and has lots of good info and interviews. And if you have not seen the Highland Woodworker, watch it and go back and watch all the previous episodes because they are fantastic. So you want to check that out. The Highland Woodworker episode number 14. Alright, next video. Build a stylish wall mirror by ThisWoodwork. This project's got some fancy half-lap joints. I kind of like that. It's very creative. And there's some good tips on cutting curves in this video. And it's just a beautiful project. So check out Build a Stylish Mirror with ThisWoodwork. What's up, Alex? Alex, hello. Alex, I hope I get to meet you someday. The next video, Picnic Style Dining Table by Renaissance Woodworker. I like this video because Shannon talks about the design process that he had with the client, and he shows off the project in SketchUp, and he also gives you the SketchUp file. And this is a multi-part series because it's a big build. So if you don't know, Shannon is mostly all hand tools, but he uses a power planer every once in a while to save time. He's fantastic. He's got a great hand tool school. If you're not familiar with the hand tool school, I have a link down below. If you want to learn how to use hand tools, you'll want to check out Shannon's hand tool school. Just awesome, awesome stuff. And then finally, last video, DIY entry table with faux drawers by April Wilkerson. This is such a cool, beautiful, simple little project for the entryway. And it's all pocket hole joinery, so it's real simple and you can build this fairly quickly. I really like how the top contrasts with the base. You know, we got the stained top and the painted legs. It's awesome looking entryway table by April Wilkerson. Good stuff, April. So I got this email from Josh, and I didn't know how to answer this question. I didn't have a good answer for him. If you have any suggestions, you can help Josh out here. And here's the email that he sent me. I work on a marine base, and at the beginning of this year, they closed down our woodworking hobby shop after 26 years of being open, due to the fact that their employees were retiring and they were not making enough money. They were also not trying or putting any effort into bringing money in. They had set it up to where you could come in and pay a membership to use the shop and you were able to store your work there. You could come in and make a plaque or something of that nature for someone who is leaving the unit or deserved an attaboy at no charge. They had tools and space for days, something that I am sure most of your viewers wish they had. The shop was used greatly. You would see about 20 or so people on the weekends and about 10 or so on the weekdays. So it's not like it wasn't getting used. You asked in your last episode what we did for woodworking. Well, I would like to bring that shop back. Do you have any ideas, Josh? That's a tough one. I'm wondering if the shop still exists and all the tools are there and maybe there's just a lock on the door. So that is my question for you guys this week. So Josh is on a marine base and this shop closed down and he wants to reopen it. And he wants them to be able to make money, and that's going to benefit everybody on this base. So if you have any ideas for Josh, please post them down below. Thanks, Josh, for sending in the question, and thanks to all of you in advance for helping Josh out with some ideas. All right, some podcasts that happened this week. Woodtalk number 195, link is down below. The Avid Woodworker, episode number 19. I've never mentioned the Avid Woodworker before because I didn't know about it, and one of my viewers brought it to my attention. It is a fantastic audio woodworking podcast, and he has an interview with Shane Rodarte, so check that out. And I wanted to mention BrainPick, a live Q&A with Jay Bates, hosted by Bob from I Like to Make Stuff. It's a great interview with Jay. Jay mentions in the show that he has taken the plunge and he is doing the blogging YouTube thing full time. Cheers to you for that. He has a bigger following than I, so I know he's going to be successful. His videos are top notch. I'm sure many of you already know about Jay. If you don't, please go check him out. As woodworkers, we can all improve our SketchUp skills, and Jay does a phenomenal job of teaching that. If you like supporting people who are following their dreams, please check out Jay Bates. Alright, so I have new wrap-ups every Tuesday and new project videos every Friday. If you like what I do, you can buy me a beer, and that's technically it's just a money donation. I'd like to thank Nicholas H. from the U.S. Armed Forces, Steve K. from Roswell, Georgia, James N. from Utica, Kentucky, Donald D. from Yukon, Oklahoma, Wayne C. from St. Louis, Missouri, Chris C. from Nashville, Tennessee, Thomas E. from Budapest, Hungary. 2 people came up to me during Woodworking for America and just handed me money. Danielle was one of them, and then there was another one, and I can't remember his name, but it was amazing. I tried to say no, but I just want to thank everybody for help supporting the show. This is what I do now. I love doing this. I want the community to grow as a whole, so thank you so much. That's why I highlight all these other woodworkers, because I think there's room for a lot more people making woodworking videos. So I really encourage everybody to get involved and try to do this. You don't have to do it to make money. Just do it for fun. Do it to share your ideas, and just do it to build this community. It's so fun, and I love following all you. And obviously you love following a bunch of people, and that's why you watch this show. So that's it, guys. Stay passionate and make something. Boom, 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 boom. Weekly Woodworking Wrap-Up Review.